What's up, fine peeps? Welcome back to the channel. I Fish Five on Clay. What is going on? Beautiful day out, as you can see. So, just a short tidbit here. Just a short tidbit. What was on my mind was I was talking to an old boy last week. Haven't fished with him yet, but I will fish with him. His name is James. Very nice man. Uh, Very knowledgeable. He'll die hard, and I thought I was die hard, but like he'll find a fish just in the air floating around and catch it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the way he talks. But we got on this discussion the other day about favorite times to fish during pre or post front storm fronts, weather moving in, blah blah blah, and you know. Obviously, the heat's going to make the bite harder, or the cold's going to make bass get lethargic. They're in 28 feet of water, whatnot, and it's like the bite's going to be tough. You're going to have to work really hard, and you're probably going to get skunked multiple days. At the same token, it's springtime. I'm sure most of everybody that's going to watch this video and listen to me is probably in a drought. I know we are here in Alabama, but we got spring rains coming in, and I'm big on pre-front. Right up until it starts really raining really hard, I get off the water or lightning. And as James says, I'll quit fishing when I see the livestock fly by. To me, that's a little too late. That's a little too late. If you see cows and horses and shit flying by you and you're on the water fishing, it's probably too late to seek shelter at that point in time. Trees, houses and shit flying by. Yeah, you don't want all that. But pre-front, generally, even if it's 90 degrees outside, it's going to drop the temperature. Not significantly most of the time, but it's going to drop it. And it's an area of low pressure. And your post front, which the cold air is already in, the storm's passed, is an area of high pressure. And, most fishermen are thinking, well, the barometric pressure, half of it's a myth, half of it's not. I stand with that, but when you know a storm's pending and there's a little wind, that's when I catch all kinds of bass. All kinds of bass. Some of the biggest ones I've caught in windy, crappy conditions. Not bluebird skies like we have here right now. Your buzz baits work good. Your black and blue buzz baits, chatter baits excel. Any type of moving, productive rattle bait, lipless cranks, crankbaits, square bills along rock ledges, and even in a little bit of rain. Most people that don't fish ask, well, could you catch fish in the rain? Of course, some of the best fishing you can have. Not in a steady downpour, because that's kind of miserable, but post-front conditions, me and James talked about, are the hardest. We agreed on, because after all that, it's going to muddy up the water, number one. Number two, you never know. You might have some flood conditions. The creeks get swollen, and the water's up, and the breasts and everything moving down the waterways, especially in the rivers. Along here, the Tennessee River, where I'm at, they have trash gates, obviously, at the dams, and there's quite a few dams, so stuff's going to be moving. It's going to be a really tough bite. It's not impossible, so go fishing. Always go fishing, but you're going to have to switch up to your darker colors, a lot of, moving baits with a lot of noise and sometimes flash. Windy conditions, spinner baits excel too. Bait fish all moved up and bunched up together. Bluebird, 83 degrees today, so it's more than likely bass. They're going to be on structure. They're going to be, was schooling up. It's post-spawn here, so you're going to find a lot of them 2 and 3 together packs moving around hunting the bait fish, and that I've noticed in the past couple of weeks. And with that area of low pressure that moves in on that front, they're going to be turned on. They're going to be very aggressive. And that's some really good fishing. I just had to share this tidbit with you guys, that me and old James talked about, and like I said, my philosophy more is the pre-front, and then go fishing on the post-front just to try to catch something and have some fun. James said, he'll quit if he's out. He'll quit fishing when the livestock flies by. So to me, that's too late. But just remember, you're moving baits, chatter baits, and these buzz baits. It's never really too awfully early in the south for a topwater bite, you know. So always try some top waters, and those buzz baits excel. And if you have fished any tournaments or watch any tournaments, pro, amateur, whatever's on TV, Alabama Bass Trail, whatever you want to watch, semi-pro, if those guys are fishing, or you have a buddy that's fishing and you talk to him, he's going to always probably say, "Man, before that storm came in, I tore him up, had a heavy bag." And then the next day after that storm passes, fishing was tough. I got a few, but fishing was tough. It's generally always the same like that. It's always the same story. Pre-front, low pressure, fish till it hard rain. Post-front, muddied water, darker colors. You really gonna have to work, but you're gonna find them. Or if in James' instance, until the livestock flies by you, it's time to leave. Hey man, thanks for the support, like and subscribe. Much love.